Good evening, my viewer, my lovely brothers and sisters. I say happy Sunday to you all. It's a new week. It's another day of a new topic. It's your host, your brother in love, Mr. PRO, the man behind the camera. To just listen to the new music, a Christian music, that just says, if I remember where I'm coming from, my stomach or my heart or my body will be filled with joy. If I remember where I'm coming from, my heart will be full of joy. Therefore, I title my today's topic, The Journey of Life. The journey of life. First and foremost, I have to thank my brothers, my friends who are watching my program in YouTube, in WhatsApp, in Instagram, and in Facebook. Also, I thank those that are sharing it, and big kudos to those that have subscribed and to those that are yet to subscribe. We are going somewhere. The beginning is always difficult. Don't be a latecomer. Subscribe, and you will enjoy the program. If you have any way to contribute or write your comments, I will be very glad to receive and to reply you. Back to our topic, the journey of life. There is a parable in English that always says to become a man is not a day job. To become a man is not a day job. Many of us, forgot where we are coming from, especially when we get to the top. When we get to the top, we believe the sky is our limit. But today, journey of life is going to make you to know, to think back where you are coming from. Many of us grow up without 3 square meals a day. Many of us grow up without Christmas or New Year clothes. Many of us grow up with our father abandoning our mother when she was pregnant of us. Have your mother ever called you to tell you the story behind your birth? Or have your mother ever sit you down to tell you the circumstances that she faced when you were a child? That is why I choose this topic today, the journey of life. Many of us don't want to hear about our journey of life because we will say it will bring annoyance to you. Why do the journey of your life have to bring annoyance to you? The journey of your life will make you sit down and think twice and invest and begin to think that nobody, no child, no youth should go through what I have went through in life. Some children were given birth to 12 months, 1 year, 6 months, 3 years. Some of these women suffered. The doctor will say, let's abort this child. We can't find the child. The woman will say no, because she believes and trusts in God. This week the child will be there. Next week the child will not be there, until the child will be given birth to. To eat 3 square meals a day or to feed the baby is another difficult thing. But when money comes, when we are rich, we don't remember all this journey of life. Some of us came from the village, where from Monday to Saturday we go to the farm to cultivate. But immediately you come overseas, or immediately the light of God shine upon you, you forgot about your past, what you have done before that money came. Instead of you going back to the village and invest on what you know best, what was a part of your journey, you will decide to get a white man job. Many of us that grew up in the village, when money comes, he will never, or she will never go back to that village. He or she will begin to call the people of that village witch or witchcraft. He will now bring money and build a house, a big house in the city, bring the father and the mother back to the city, and just abandon the village. Because of what you went through, the suffer that you undergo in the village, this time that God has blessed you is the right time for you to invest in that village or in your village. You can set up a big farm, and the young to grow that is in the village begin to cultivate, and you begin to pay them monthly. You can put a borehole or do something very good, tangible in your village that will make the whole villagers to know that this is our son. He has been a hard-working guy or a hard-working girl. You still remember where he or she came from. That is a journey of life. Have you ever sat when you eat and you are well fed to think back when You cannot eat 3 square meals a day. Have you ever think back when your mother have nothing to cook in the evening? When everyone is cooking, she just carry a pot of water and begin to boil it, and people will begin to think she's cooking. How many people have you used your past situations, your journey of life to help? If we sit down and take biro and paper and begin to write our journey of life, 93% of us are not born with golden spoon. But immediately we have silver spoon, we totally forgot where we are coming from. I am urging you today to reflect in your past. Think about what happened to you. Why was I a school dropout? Why was it that my parents was not able to pay money for me to learn work? But today, you have something to write home about. Do you remember where you are coming from? Do you remember your friend that you go to borrow shirt from? Do you remember your friend you go to borrow shoes from? Do you remember your friend that you go to those days to borrow trousers from? All these things are part of your life. If there is no past, there is no present, and if there is no present, there is no future. Always remember, your past is the part and parcel of your life. You can't hide or dodge your past, because without your past, your present have nothing to write home about. Mind viewers, how was your past? How was your journey of life? Have you ever asked your parents some questions concerning your life? You people that came from the village, many of you are in overseas. Have you ever one day think and call your friends that came from the same village? Let us do something tangible in our village to attach to when we were growing up. How many people in your village have you sponsored? What has been your development to the village that you grew up, that everybody know you? Today, I choose this topic of life because sometimes when I sit, I ask myself some questions. Why is A? And why is B? And why is C? If you still have parents, it's time to ask your parents about the journey of your life. Some of you, home and abroad, are facing so many situations. Have you ever called your parents and asked them what were the circumstances surrounding my birth? How did you conceive me? Who did you meet? Who did you vow to? If I have this child, this is what I will do. This is what I will do. But when you have that child, you forgot your promise. These and many others are parts of our journey of life. No one can hide from his shadow. Your shadow is always going with you anywhere you go. Your shadow is your past, is your present, and is your future. As they always say, when there is life, there is hope. But when you have life, you correct so many things. Don't allow young children, youth, to go through what you have went through. Like, for example, I see so many youth that travel from overseas to Nigeria. They will see somebody selling fish or somebody selling bitter leaf and begin to say, why are you selling this? How much is this? If I give you that money, will you go home today? That is not help. That is social media comedy. A woman that you gave 20,000, 30,000 to, you know how much is owing someone? You know how much is owing in the house that she lives? If you really want to help somebody, instead of giving her that money, set a shop for her in the front of her house, or ask her to look for a shade inside the market to share with somebody. And you give her that 50,000, 60,000, she starts a market of her own. That alone can help her and her family. But when you give her 20,000, 30,000, go back, in another 3 hours she will come back and begin to sell. But that money will not take her out of poverty. Many of us, our journey of life, we suffer poverty because our parents were so poor. They will remember how we grew up. They will remember how we used to go and sell early in the morning before we go to school. And when we come back from school, we still go and sell. These are the journey of life. My brothers and sisters, today, use your journey of life to help other people that are really in need. A lot of you that came from one village or the other, you can call yourself together and do something tangible to your village and see whether the sky is your limit. I use my video to beg you today, bring people, bring children, bring pregnant women out of suffering and out of poverty. A little drop of water can make a mighty ocean. Thank you for listening to me. If you have any comments, write it in my comment box. Share my video and subscribe. Remember that coronavirus is real. Use your face mask and give 2-meter distance. Health is wet. Health is wet. Health is wet. Take care of yourself. Please yourself and please others. In God we trust. God bless us. One love. Ciao.